اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So inshallah we will continue with our reading from the book Mafatih al-Hayat of Ayatollah Javadi Amoli. We introduced it 2 sessions ago, and yesterday we began reading from the first section of the book, which has to do with yourself, your relationship with yourself. And we said the very first chapter is about reflection and contemplation. So we were not finished with that chapter. So there's maybe 2-3 more narrations about that from this chapter, which inshallah I will read for you right now. Okay. So one narration is from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, who said that a person came to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, "O Prophet, give me some advice. Give me some advice." And the Prophet said to him, "If I give you this advice, will you listen to me? Will you follow what I'm going to say to you?" And he said, "Yes, please give me some advice." So then the Prophet asked him again, "Are you actually going to follow what I'm going to say to you?" And he said, yes, I will listen to you." So he asked a third time. He says, "Prophet, please give me some advice." And the Prophet said for the third time, "Are you really going to follow what I'm going to tell you?" The reason why the Prophet is asking him, "Are you going to listen to what I'm saying?" is because once you gain knowledge, once you learn something new, then that's something that's going to become a responsibility on you, right? If you know something and you don't follow it, then there's going to be repercussions, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you about it on the Day of Judgment. Allah will say, "You knew that you had to do something, so why did you not do it?" So the Prophet is telling the person that, hey, if you're going to ask me for advice and I give you the advice and then you don't follow it, then you're going to have to answer Allah. So that's why the Prophet is making sure whether the person is ready to hear the advice. So what is the advice? The Prophet said to him that I'm giving you the advice that anytime you want to do something, do tadabbur on it. Okay, do tadabbur. Tadabbur means to think about what you are about to do and think about the consequences for it. If you realize that what you are going to do is going to have your guidance and your growth, your spiritual growth, your academic growth, your physical growth, and your well-being, then do it. And if you realize that, if I do this, it's going to result in me becoming astray and I will fall into sins and I will fall into problems and troubles, then don't do it. So he is saying, the Prophet said to him that make sure before you do anything, do tadabbur. Tadabbur means reflecting on what you are about to do and what is going to be the end result of this. Okay. Another narration is from Imam Ali alayhi salam, who said that the ibadah, the worship that has no tafakkur, that has no reflection, it has no benefit. There's no point of it. And then he said that if you recite the Quran, and I can even say if you recite the du'as, and there is no tadabbur in it, if you don't really think about what you are reciting, what are the du'as that you are reciting, what are you even saying, then Imam Ali said it has no benefit. It's just like a parrot. The parrot can also talk, right? But nobody takes the parrot seriously because it's just mimicking the sounds that you make. Whatever you teach it, it will just say it. So you don't want to recite du'as like that, like a parrot. You want to know what you are reciting. So this is what Imam Ali said. Another narration from Imam Ali, he said that any time that you are about to do something, if you do not have tawajjuh, if you are not paying attention to what is going to be the consequence of it, then don't go into it. Because the result of it will be very, very bad if you haven't thought about your actions. Okay, so once again, tadabbur. Another narration from Imam Ali alayhi salam, he says somebody asked him, what is the quality of a Muslim? What does it really mean to be a Muslim? Imam Ali said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the religion of Islam as a special religion for those who have the ability to think and for those people who are intelligent. So Islam as a religion, the teachings and all the things that we know from Islam, Imam Ali is saying that it is for people who are intelligent people who have the ability and the capability to think and reflect. And that's why in the Quran so many times Allah says to people, أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ? Can you not think about stuff? Can you not think? So if people cannot think and people are cannot reflect, then most likely they will never become Muslims. Okay, so Islam is a religion for people who are of intellect. Somebody in grade 6 and 7 asked, why don't we get more prophets? And one of the explanations is that Islam brought you to a level where it has given you enough principles and laws that even in the 21st century, you can live in accordance to those laws. Because it's a religion of reason, it's a religion of the intellect. Okay? And another final narration from Imam Rida alayhi salam, that praying a lot of namaz and fasting all the time is not real ibadah. Real ibadah is doing tafakkur in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thinking and contemplating about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His majesty and how He works. Okay, today we briefly we discussed the problem of evil in grade 6 and 7. Okay, it was very brief discussion, but it's complicated, right? So the Imam Rida is saying, real ibadah is trying to study these things, figure out how does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala work, and that way I can make sense of myself in this world as well. I can make sense of the things that are happening around me as well. I want to just go to the second chapter as well, because it's very similar narrations, but I will just go through them very quickly. It has to do with time management and making your schedule. From Imam Ali alayhi salam, he said that Allah loves everybody when they do something, and that whatever they're doing, it is done in a very good way, like muhkam. Muhkam means that it's not like half-baked. If you're going to do the ilm talk and you're going to participate in it, then Allah loves it when you put in your entire heart and energy into it and give it your best shot. Okay, if you're going to be in the origami club and you're going to make something, then Allah likes it when you put in all your efforts and concentrate and make the best art piece that is out there. Don't do half-baked stuff, bare minimum here, I'll get a 50% on it. Then that's not something that's good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes it. Imam Ali is saying that when you do something which is built on a strong foundation, okay? Another thing, this is such an important narration from Imam Ali alayhi salam. He says that if you want a good life, a life which is built on a strong foundation, then you have to have a very good schedule. Barname rizi. Okay, you must have a very good schedule, and in that schedule you should be able to figure out, you should be able to plan. Okay, planning and scheduling. We had time management as one of the themes, right? We did it already. Time management. So look, it is such an important thing that Imam Ali is saying that your entire life, if you want to live a very good life, you need to have time management and scheduling and planning for your life, inshallah. Okay, so I will wrap it up here. Inshallah, next on Monday, inshallah, we will try to continue with these narrations. Okay, can I have a salawat, please?